Adam and Wack, the show, and we've compiled a panel that I know that you have been extremely passionate about making happen, and you think that this is going to be very, very important for the culture. You want to handle some introductions here?
Yeah. I'm talking about the show today.
No, I'm talking about next week's show, but for some reason I'm introducing it right now.
Yeah. You know, you white dudes always like to take the credit.
Here we go.
And I don't know if I can consider you a white dude because you don't have a pickup truck.
Off camera, he's getting on my ass for not having a pickup truck.
Kind of white dude is he doesn't have a pickup truck, you know. But yeah, today, you know, I feel like a lot of the podcasts, a lot of the bloggers, you know, we it's fueled off of controversy, beef, and gossip. And it's cool because somebody has to talk about it. But we have a lot of voices in our communities that have a strong following. You know, I believe you've interviewed Tariq before, right?
Yeah.
And then we got Captain Zazaryach, who's from One West, Hebrew Israelite. Correct. Now, my first attempt was to get a debate going on with, what was the?
Richard Spencer.
Richard Spencer, your brother.
You were trying to make him make a comeback.
Well, I mean, because here goes the problem.
On this podcast.
And we're going to talk about it a little later on because you pulled a stunt.
Okay.
Pulled a stunt. You know what I mean? You use the culture to create your platform, and then know what you do? You put a Klansman up there in front of all your viewers.
Klansman is inaccurate.
With no representation.
Not a Klansman.
Of us. That was X. Is he an X? This is a setup.
He was never a Klansman.
But
now you forced me into a position of having to defend him, which is
yeah, because you damn sure didn't defend us. So he's a white supremacist.
He didn't say anything racist on the podcast.
All that shit is the same. Is there a difference between
Ku Klux Klan is a very specific group.
But I said Klansman. You said white supremacist.
Right.
He's a white supremacist. Is there a difference?
No, I don't know the difference. Maybe one might be more
technical.
Maybe it's like
the Klansman is a white extremist. They're an extremist.
Well, it's a specific group.
Right.
So the Klansmen are white extreme.
But a white supremacist can be any type
They're
of white.
They're an organized group of white supremacists.
So you can be a white supremacist but say, I'm not affiliated with the Klan.
Right.
Yeah.
But for black people from the outside looking in, it's all the same to us. That's why you say white supremacist when you say Klan.
And that's why I normally wouldn't argue with someone who called him a Klansman, except for Wack. I have to argue about it.
Like when they had the Unite the Right.
Right.
Out there in Charlottesville.
But that wasn't like organized by the Klan. That was organized by Richard Spencer.
It was about a bunch of white supremacist groups. All of them. Well, I'm not that group. I'm not that group. All of them are white supremacists. So that's what we do. We look at them as one and the same. We don't separate them.
And you know what? I can say I understand it because a lot of people don't understand a lot of shit I do on Clubhouse. Shit that I'm dumb to and don't know about. I'll go find it and pull it into me and educate myself about. Once upon a time, you asked me about a Hebrew Israelite, I wouldn't know what the hell you was talking about. Right. But what you just said, because I've learned that it's a lot of Hebrew Israelites, but then One West, ISUPK, right? They operate independently, but a little different from the rest, right? So I get what you're saying, how like Richard Spencer has his own movement, right? But then they are tied. Ultimately, you guys are tied to
so
being a Hebrew
us,
Israelite.
like, from ISUBK under Commander General Yohanna, he comes from the original foundation that was established in 1969. And so a lot of the Israelites that you see today branch off from that. They branch off from that. So you do have other Israelite groups, but they were branch off from the ISUBK or One West. So even when we say One West, it's an address.
It's an address.
Right, it's an address it was an address in Harlem where it was founded. And so that's why we use the moniker One West.
One West.
It just represents the
identifies who you. But I will say this, right? Adam caught a lot of flack bringing that guy on here.
I heard about
a lot of flack. Adam's kind of like me in the sense with you guys. I learn from you guys.
Right.
I don't know what you guys are going to say. I learn from what you say. And I don't think Adam really knew what the guy was coming to say, but he has a following, right? I believe the guy's following, right?
For the record, though, I was actually pleasantly surprised because he seemed like he had really kind of lost faith in any of his prior racist views.
He was lightened up.
Yeah.
No, but wait, hold
or
on,
at least, but I also feel like he just kind of feels like racism is not politically useful, so it might not be indicative of his actual beliefs.
That's because Trump failed him.
No, but
that's
listen,
true too.
but listen.
He's a big Biden guy, much like myself.
Listen,
now, you know?
I'm a Trump supporter.
Biden guy.
I'm a Trump supporter because of business.
We sliding for
Because of
Biden.
business. He probably gonna get me
Biden
for that
can't
because of
read.
business.
Biden
So
can't
look,
stay woke.
and I'm here.
His cognitive health is an issue, but I've known of this guy for a long time. I remember when he was a bright, sunny public figure.
So listen, let me say this.
Okay.
Adam caught a lot of flack for that. But I will say this. My first move was I wanted a debate between
Richard
Smith and Captain Zazaryach. Or somebody from our community, right, that could represent us. Adam was like, well, you could talk to him. No, that's not my lane. I would be doing my people a disservice doing that. I stay in my lane and things that I'm strong at, and I'll step to the plate and do, right? So, but when it comes to that, right, I wanted somebody, right, to represent
And Adam
that.
and I, we were corresponding before that. Remember, we were corresponding, and we just couldn't quite dot the i's and cross the
Nevertheless,
t's,
for whatever reason,
right.
the guy didn't schedule. Adam did not fight me on it. He tried. We tried for a couple months. But I will tell y'all this, right? This is real talk. And this is the reason why I respect this man, right? Never in the history of podcasting have you guys on these major platforms took it upon yourself to say, you know what? Let's bring this together so they can speak and debate, not in a way of negativity, but to feed our people knowledge, right? And when I called Adam and said, Adam, this is what I want to do, I was met with nothing but, okay, Wack, make it happen. So all y'all out there that got something to say about this man, right? He's allowing us. This is his platform. I talk my shit. No Jumper is Adam 22's platform. He built this before I knew what No Jumper was, and he got the right to refuse anything that I ask him of. And it was no resistance. You called me, told me you was out here.
Yeah.
I called the brother. Actually, I contacted Sir Major and said, yo, I know that's your brother, right? Call the brother and tell him this is what I'm trying to do, right? And because of the Wack 100 persona, the brother automatically thought I was on some bullshit. And I tell people, no, you did. That ain't on you. And I tell people, I always say this, once you get to know me, you'll realize the people that don't, you've gotten to know me.
Absolutely.
You know when I'm doing something that may seem like this, you know it's something else.
Right.
And when I got on the phone with the brother, right, after probably like a few minutes into it, we started building, he like, yo, this is something that needs to be done.
Right.
To bring this together, like Adam, this is a lot of knowledge right here for our people. This is knowledge I can't give our people.
Okay.
I just can't, right? And I'm a student to them.